Thank you, Madam President. Let me begin by thanking SRSG Frank Haisam, OCHA Acting Director of Operations Ms. Gada Mudavi, and Civil Society Representative Ms. Lauren Marakaya for their informative briefings. The positive political and security developments in South Sudan were evident in the Secretary General's report and have been reinforced further by today's briefing. The completion of formation of the reconstituted Transitional National Legislative Assembly, tabling of important legislations including constitution making process bill, and agreement on the implementation of the transitional security arrangements that SRSG elaborated just now reflect the commitment of leaders to revitalized agreement. We also appreciate the role played by the Sudan in supporting the parties in coming to an agreement on the security arrangements. There has also been renewed emphasis on reconciliation with launching of consultative process for establishment of Commission for Truth, Reconciliation and Healing. These developments are significant and needs to be duly recognized. Moving forward in the coming months, South Sudan authorities need to make further progress on graduation of the forces and operationalization of the necessary unified forces and legislations concerning elections and finalization of electoral calendar. We believe that with the support from the countries in the region and international community, including the African Union and IGAT, progress on holding of elections is possible in the coming months. In this regard, we take note of the trilateral AU-IGAT-UN evaluation process held in March. On the economic front, the situation has remained relatively stable, with the GDP expected to grow positively in 2022. The humanitarian situation, however, has remained a matter of concern, with an estimated 8.9 million people requiring humanitarian assistance. The international community, including the UN, needs to step up efforts in support of the government. We appreciate the mission's efforts towards delivery of humanitarian assistance to those in need, particularly in flood-affected areas. The security situation continues to remain tenuous in some regions, despite overall decrease in violent incidents. We hope that Sante JDO community's mediation efforts will help the non-signatory groups and the government to reach an understanding soon. We also note the UNMISS role in protecting the civilians at Malakal sites and mitigating the intercommunal conflict. We welcome the improved communication between the government and UNMISS. This development is having a positive impact on facilitation of missions operations with evident from decrease in SOFA violations. We also take note of integrated and cross-mission approach, including setting up of temporary operational bases. We appreciate the mission's efforts to support rule of law and accountability institutions by supporting special courts, mobile courts, and development of a framework for victim and witness protection programs. The recent creation of the Ministry of Peace Building in South Sudan would help in better understanding of peace building needs. Madam President, India has been one of the largest TCCs to UNMISS since its establishment a decade ago. At present, we have nearly 2,300 troops serving in the country. Apart from their core mandate of protecting civilians and providing medical services, the Indian contingent is also contributing to sustainable development and welfare of the people of South Sudan. Over the years, the Indian peacekeepers have gone beyond the call of duty by undertaking a variety of engineering assignments, offering health services, and organizing educational awareness camps. The outstanding contributions of the Indian peacekeepers has been consistently acknowledged, including by the UN. The most recent such example was in April this year, when over 1,100 Indian peacekeepers serving in the Upper Nile state were honored with UN medals for their outstanding and multifaceted work. This includes women peacekeepers from India who have been championing the cause of disease prevention and integrating a gender perspective into peacekeeping activities by awareness campaigns and livelihood training. We believe at this transformative phase, South Sudan requires the wholehearted support of the international community, including from the IGAD, AU, and the UN. The international community, including this council, needs to make all efforts to address the concerns repeatedly raised by South Sudan regarding the sanctions, including on arms embargo and targeted measures. In conclusion, Madam President, India is fully cognizant of the challenges faced by South Sudan in its pursuit of peace and stability. India has supplied life-saving essential medicines in 2020 and again in 2021 during the COVID pandemic. Food grain assistance was also provided to flood-affected people. An artificial limbs fitment camp has been organized in Juba, which will benefit over 500 amputees. We have also recently concluded a special course for capacity building of diplomats from South Sudan. On our part, we will continue to support South Sudan and its people in their journey towards securing sustainable peace and a prosperous future. I thank you.